What's up? I'm Logan Mills. Welcome back to another Stay Hooked Thursday. Today we have a really cool video, one of my personal favorite type of lures, crankbaits. Now there is so many different types of crankbaits. There's all different colors and sizes, different depths. Baits that go down to 25 feet and baits that go down to 2 feet. They all are different and they all can work depending on where you throw them and how you throw them. So there's really two big groups. Two big groups of crankbaits will be square bills and round bills, and then off of that you have different stuff like lipless crankbaits, flat sides, and then deep divers, which are round. Of course, they're still round. First, we'll start off with the square bill crankbaits. Let me not dump this all over the place. My personal favorite is square bills. I mean, I really like them. They're probably, I just like how they look and how they look in the water. I like the little bit of a tighter wobble when they do like that. I've had better, not luck, but I've caught way more fish on square bills than I have round bills, but not knocking the round bills because they still catch fish. It's just where you throw it and how you throw it. Colors do matter in a sense of difference between if it's super duper muddy water and I'm throwing, I really don't have a good example. If I'm throwing in muddy water, we'll say something like this color, it's more visible, so that it's easier for the fish to see, rather than if I was throwing, if it's super stained muddy water, the visibility throwing square bill like this would be a little bit less. So, and plus rattles and weights in them. I don't think I have. I think this one does right here. Nope. Some different crankbaits come with rattles in them, and that just is a way. Yeah, this one, well, this one's got rubber on it. This is a weight. Ow! Goodness. That helps. The weight, I don't know if you can see that because that weight in there helps with the casting. So when you go to cast, it moves so you get the better cast, but then as you're reeling it, the weight moves forward to help it get down deeper. That sucker really hurt. It had some sharp hooks on there. I mean, it all comes down to me, colors for the fisherman to a certain degree. Something like, I don't know, I personally, something between like, I'm not trying to dump this all over the place. Something like this, the color is pretty similar. It might make a difference, of course, where you are. But to me, what's really going to make a difference is something like this, between the orange and then, your normal shad looking. They still work. Every bait works if you throw it long enough. It's just the time management that comes with that. And plus confidence. You have to have confidence in what you're throwing. Doesn't matter any type of bait, you have to have the confidence. It's just not going to work. The more confidence you have, the better you're going to do with that bait. Of course, you're going to have off days, but that confidence helps you throw it correctly. And now we're going to move towards round. Oh, oops. I don't want to break the box. It's not mine. Round and deep divers, which I really like deep divers. I don't throw Oops. I don't throw flat sides that much. I have before. They're not anything too crazy. They just a little bit slimmer, a little bit smaller profile. I like them, but I just don't throw them as much. And then you have, which I'll pick it up in a second, it's my deep diver. I mean, and then, I meant to say, these round, how the round is a lot bigger than the square bill is if you're digging it in the dirt or rocks, whatever. Hold on, let me put this down and make it a little bit easier. As you can see, the bill's a whole lot better, or bigger, not better. So when it's going, the hook stays like this, and the hooks. So if I try not hook myself here to show this example, is when you're swimming it through the water, it's going to do this. So there's a less chance of the hook getting stuck in whatever you're casting in, whether that's rocks or trees. I mean, you can throw crankbaits just about anywhere. They're very, very, what's the word? Shoot, I don't remember I can't think of the word. But you can throw them from 25 feet to 10 feet to 2 feet to 1. You can throw them anywhere, anyhow. You can reel them slow, you can reel them fast. You can burn it on top of the water if you wanted to. But I wanted to show the difference in something like this square bill, where the bill's a lot smaller, so that hook is a whole lot closer to, the structure that you're casting in. So there's a better chance. I'm not gonna hook myself, but there's a better chance that throwing a square bill, you'll probably get hung up. But if you're reeling it fast enough, what it does is that bill helps deflect off and creates a erratic movement that can cause reaction strikes. And then I'm going to talk about, my list probably goes square bills, then square bills, deep divers, then any other crankbait. Because I like fishing deep. And then, so I'm going to talk about, this is the only, it's absolutely massive, but it's the only deep diver I have in the boat right this moment. But this bait, as you can tell, it is absolutely humongous, just about big as my hand. So this bait here goes down 25 feet. So this is going to reach fish. Okay, so we're in a river right now. So this bait here would help you reach fish that are out in the middle that otherwise you couldn't get down to with a crankbait that goes 10 feet. As you can see how big it is, you're not going to get many 1-pound fish chasing this and eating this. Baits like these, they can be better in the long run, in the sense of you might only get 1 bite throughout the day, but there's a better chance that this bite is going to be 3+. Whether if I'm throwing a crankbait that's big, I might get 10 bites, but they're all going to be small. But at the same time, the size of your bait does matter, but at the same time it doesn't. It's placement of where your lure is at and how hungry the fish are. Because if the fish is hungry, he's going to eat. I mean, if he's not, it's just not going to eat. Of course, there's things you can do to help entice and get that fish to bite. But I've caught 4-pounders. I know my uncle, this is 20 years ago, of course, when he used to fish. I mean, I don't have any of them with me, but a shad rap lure that big caught a 9-pound bass off of it. So big baits do catch big fish, but little baits catch big fish too. You just have to, always stick to it. You can't give up with crankbaits because they are a grinding bait. When it's tough and you just need to cover water and find fish, it's an amazing bait to do so. But you have to stick with it. It's not a bait you can cast here and there. You have to commit to it and throw it. And that's all I have for Stay Hooked Thursdays. Crankbaits, they're awesome, fun baits. Stay tuned for the next one. I'll see y'all for Technique Tuesday.